Hey now, what's up guys? My name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and I just got back from a screening after seeing Trainwreck, which is a 2015 comedy film that was directed by Judd Apatow, but written by Amy Schumer, which I didn't know that until I saw that in the credits. Like, she wrote this on her own, as well as starring in it. And Amy Schumer plays Amy, ironically enough. And you see her at the very beginning. She's kind of this train wreck. Literally, I mean, she sleeps with whoever she wants, I guess. She drinks, she smokes. I mean, she has a pretty good job that pays well and stuff. Her career is not the issue. It's just her personal life. She's a mess. She doesn't really know what she wants. I think deep down she might want to be in love, but she doesn't present that. And the movie just kind of follows that. I mean, what are Judd Apatow movies really about at the end of the day? You take a character who has these particular character traits and you just follow them in their life. And that's really what this movie is. What I thought of Trainwreck was, I liked the movie. I did. I liked it. But I might not sound like overly joyous about my opinion. Let's talk about Amy Schumer as Amy. Since she wrote this movie, and since her name is her character's name, I wonder how much of this is like her life. Like, did she write this on real personal experiences, or maybe this is just a character that maybe she knows or something. I don't know. I don't know what the motivation is behind it, but I can tell it's close to her. I can tell that a lot of the humor was her, and I do like her as a comedian. I think out of the female comics that we get nowadays, she's one of the funniest. I mean, if I were to compare her to, I don't know, let's say Melissa McCarthy, I just, you know, it's night and day, you know. I'm kind of sick of Melissa McCarthy. I want something that's a little bit more natural, a little bit more real, and I think that's what Amy Schumer gave us here. Now, you do have the Judd Apatow thing in here where some scenes kind of go on for too long, or some scenes or some jokes, you know, there's a whole lot of setup and then maybe the payoff isn't worth it. And the movie is over 2 hours long. Over 2 hours long. 2 hours and 5 minutes, I think, to be exact. So, look, I might have said this once or twice before. A comedy movie should not be over 2 hours. It just shouldn't. There's no, you know, there's very few exceptions. There's maybe only a handful of movies. A handful of movies that can get away with being over 2 hours. But a lot of the time, you know, you can have some really funny jokes at the very beginning, even in the middle, and there might even be some funny stuff at the end, but there are scenes, there are jokes that either drag on for too long or aren't that funny, and you kind of sit there, especially after the fact, and go, that could have been cut out, or this scene could have been trimmed down, or this could have, you know, we could have taken out a good 20 minutes or so of this movie. I don't want to sound like I'm ranting, because again, there was a lot of funny stuff in here. You see Amy dating John Cena. Yes, for any wrestling fans, WWE fans, John Cena's in this movie, and I thought he was really funny. I did. He's in it a lot more than I thought he was. However, I do think I saw way too much of John Cena, and I'll let you figure out in what way I'm talking about. But you get Bill Hader, who Amy starts to date eventually, and he's sort of the, I don't want to say nerdy guy, I don't want to say a guy who maybe doesn't know how to deal with relationships and stuff like that, but she's a similar way. So she kind of does fall for him, but she's freaking out. She doesn't really know how to react to being in like a real relationship with a real guy who she can just go and cheat on, which she's used to. So that's obviously a big part of the movie. I did like Bill Hader a lot. He's likable, relatable. LeBron James is in this movie. He's one of Bill Hader's good friends, more so because Bill Hader plays this character who's like a sports doctor, and LeBron James was actually pretty funny. I liked what they did with him. I want to say character, but he's playing himself. He's LeBron James. Brie Larson really impressed me though in this movie, because I've seen her in a fair amount of movies, and usually she plays like a high school girl, or something where she's never bad, but I never really think too much of her besides the fact that she's pretty and stuff. This movie, though, she's playing a lot older, probably what her real age is, which is funny. And I bought her as this character who, she's Amy's sister. So, and she's the one who kind of has it together. She's married, she has a kid. And I really like those aspects with her sister. Colin Quinn plays their father. The family stuff I think I like the most. Well, for all of the really funny stuff, and there are really funny stuff that really made me laugh hard, right? But then you had scenes like, especially with Tilda Swinton, who plays Amy's boss. A lot of the work scenes, like some work, but then other ones, I don't know, I was just like, Afterwards, I didn't really think most of the work stuff worked. But my rating for Trainwreck, mostly because of how long it is, I'm going to give it a low matinee. I almost said rental, but rental just sounds really low. I do think, though, you don't need to go to a theater, especially because it's over 2 hours long. But, if you know that it is that long and you don't mind it, then definitely go at a matinee showing, so you're paying cheaper. But at the same time, you could also rent it at home. You don't have to see it in the theater. I still liked it, though. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you're at all interested in checking out Trainwreck. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later.